It was supposed to be a relaxed date night. But for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the World Series became a royal reality check. The couple who spent years demanding privacy suddenly walked straight into America's brightest spotlight. And what happened next left an entire stadium stunned. Picture it. Los Angeles, lights flashing, cameras everywhere. Game 4 of the World Series, the kind of night when every celebrity wants to be seen. And there they were, Harry and Meghan, front and center, right behind home plate. Not hidden away in a private suite, not even in the VIP box. No, they sat in the most televised seats in the stadium, the ones guaranteed to be caught on camera. They arrived dressed head to toe in matching Dodgers blue, looking perfectly styled, like the lead actors in a baseball-themed commercial. But what made the scene even more surreal were the people sitting directly behind them. Two living legends, Sandy Koufax and Magic Johnson. Giants of their fields, respected, accomplished, quietly powerful. The contrast couldn't have been sharper. Behind them sat earned greatness. In front of them sat curated fame. From the first inning, Meghan was ready for her close-up. Every time the camera panned their way, she lit up, smiling, waving, scanning for lenses like she had a sixth sense for attention. She glowed under those lights. But Harry was a different story. His smile looked forced, his shoulders stiff, his eyes wandering anywhere but the camera. He seemed uneasy, like a man performing a role he didn't want anymore. It became a rhythm the crowd couldn't ignore. Camera cuts to Meghan, perfect smile, picture ready. Camera cuts to Harry, polite, distracted, uncomfortable. It was the royal version of a movie where only one person still wants to be in the spotlight. Then came the moment that changed the night. The Jumbotron flickered, and suddenly, their faces filled the giant screen above 50,000 people. The crowd gasped, and then came the sound that no celebrity ever wants to hear. Boos. Not mild murmurs or awkward silence. Real, rolling boos that echoed across Dodger Stadium. For a couple so obsessed with controlling their image, this was one moment they couldn't edit. Meghan's smile faltered for just a second before she recovered with her practiced calm. Harry tried to grin along, but the look in his eyes said it all. Even the players felt the tension. It wasn't hatred, it was exhaustion. People weren't angry, they were tired. Months earlier, Harry's memoir, Spare, had painted him as a man crushed by flashbulbs and photographers, haunted by attention. Yet here he was, willingly back under the same lights. To many watching, it felt less like growth and more like contradiction. Insiders later revealed that their appearance at the game was part of a subtle PR plan, a casual date night designed to make them look relatable and fun again. A simple night out meant to soften public perception after months of criticism. But instead, it backfired. Every smile looked rehearsed, every gesture too perfect. What was meant to seem natural ended up looking strategic, and people noticed. Because in Los Angeles, authenticity is the real currency. And that night, the couple's image felt like counterfeit glamour, polished but hollow. Then came the question everyone whispered. Why were they even there? Neither Harry nor Meghan has ever cared about baseball. Harry barely knows the rules, and Meghan, once a proud Toronto Blue Jays fan, suddenly looked like she'd been a lifelong Dodgers supporter. Her outfit, her hat, her smile, all perfectly branded in Dodger blue. It wasn't fandom, it was marketing. Word in PR circles was that the Dodgers game was chosen because of its massive audience. Millions of viewers, guaranteed celebrity camera shots, the perfect chance for an image reboot. The goal was to look approachable, American, and normal again. But it didn't feel normal, it felt staged. And when the boos died down into murmurs, the message was clear. The crowd wasn't buying it. What made it even stranger was the absence of their children. No Archie, no Lilibet, no family moment. Just the two of them posing for the cameras, while fans whispered, if they want to look like a normal family, maybe act like one. For a couple that's built their brand on parenting, compassion, and family values, the optics felt off. Harry sat stiff, glancing around like he wanted to disappear. Meghan, meanwhile, smiled wider, performing happiness like it was her job. Two people, same seats, completely different worlds. And then, poetic justice, the Dodgers lost that night. Within hours, memes exploded online, blaming the Markle curse. Jokes spread that maybe the team should have paid them to stay home. But beneath the humor was something more serious. Because every time Harry and Meghan appear in public, chaos seems to follow. Cancelled deals, awkward headlines, fading popularity. Maybe it's coincidence. Or maybe the universe just has a sharp sense of irony. Because that night at Dodger Stadium wasn't about baseball. It wasn't even about fame. It was about relevance. About two people still chasing the light that once burned too bright. Harry, the soldier who once stood for service, now standing for photo ops. Meghan, the actress who once played a role, now living one full-time. They came to the World Series hoping for connection and left as a cautionary tale. Because in Hollywood, silence is the real danger. And that night, the loudest thing in Dodger Stadium wasn't the cheering crowd. It was the sound of people not cheering at all. Maybe they didn't just lose the crowd. Maybe somewhere along the way, they lost the plot.